Hello, magnificent mathematicians. Let's jump into this question. Oscar buys his lunch in the school cafeteria. The cost of 15 lunches is $33.75. Which graph has a slope that best represents the average cost of the lunches in dollars per lunch? You see A has a pretty steep line there. B has a pretty flat line. C looks awkward, and so does D. But it looks like all of them have the x-axis of the number of school lunches to the y-axis total cost in dollars, and they're all the lunch cost. So first, let's find out what is the slope. So I am going to start it by labeling. So x is the number of school lunches, which is 15. And then y is the cost, which is $33.75. So if we know how to find slope in a proportional graph, which this kind of has to be, we would do y divided by x, which actually is kind of what it would be anyway. So k equals y divided by x. My y is 33.75. My x is 15. So 33.75 divided by 15. I'm going to do that off to the side here. Let's put 15 outside, 33.75 inside, bringing my decimal up to the quotient. I know that 15 can go into 33 2 times because off the top of my head, I know that 15 times 2 is 30. But if you're one of those students who honestly just can't do that kind of mental math, that's okay. You can always just make a multiples chart or line off to the side. I would go through at least 5, if not 7. So 15 times 2 is 30. I'm subtracting, left over 3, bring down that 7. I know it's going to go in 2 more times. 37, and then bring down the 5. And then lastly, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 times 5. So I know that the unit rate is $2.25 per lunch. So $2.25 per lunch. Now I'm looking at which graph reflects $2.25 per lunch. So A is my answer. Because if we look at this, looking at A, real nice and close, I can see that it's just right over, like if you go to 1 school lunch, it's a little over 2. If I go to 5 school lunches, I know that that should cost, 5 school lunches. Well, here, let's do $2.25. Whoa, what was my pen doing? $2.25 times 5, just to do like a check point. 5 times 5 is 5, carry the 2. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So it should cost a little over 10. So for the 5 is a little over. A is my answer. Let's go through and look at B. Do we see why B cannot be the answer? The cost in dollars is barely increasing as the number of school lunches is increasing. And we see that C is a silly answer. And so is D. You see there's only 2 points on each one of those graphs? There's no way that that could be a unit, a constant of proportionality, the same rate for each lunch, because it literally says in the problem that the cost of lunches in dollars per lunch. So I know that they're each going to cost, on average, the same amount, which means it should be a straight line. C is not that, and D is not looking like that either. And that's it, guys.